I'm Peter Braganza, Jr., President and owner of the Jacksonville Suns Baseball Club. And this is Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2 with but 1 inning more to play. And when Coney died at first and Barrows did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought if only Casey could but get a whack at bat, while we put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did also Jimmy Blake, and the former was a pudding and the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude a grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey's getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and they saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe on second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from the gladdened multitude there rose a joyous yell. It bounded from the mountaintop and rattled in the dell, struck upon the hillside and recoiled upon the flat, where Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place, pride in Casey's bearing and a smile on Casey's face. And when responding to their cheers, he lightly doffed his hat, while no stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him when he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. And while that writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance gleamed in Casey's eye, a sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered spear came hurtling through the air, but Casey still watched it there, in haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman the ball unheeded sped. "That ain't my style," said Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. From the benches filled with people there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm wave on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill that umpire!" shouted someone in the stands, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the spheroid flew. But Casey still ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two." "Fraud," cried the maddened thousands, and the echo answered, "Fraud." One scornful look from Casey, and that audience was awed. They saw his face go stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. They knew that Casey wouldn't let the ball go by again. The sneer is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go, and now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. Somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out.